Hello, this is Dr. Blythe Holly Cleverly, and the beginning of 2025 is here. And with that, some new terminology that I'm very excited about. If you've been following me, you've seen that I've recently coined some new terms that I have actually been in search of actively since the time I was 15 years old. So I'm not going to say how many years that's been now, but it's been a little bit of time that I've been working on this. And I've been in practice for over 15 years, working with a very specific type of person, a brain type, a behavior type of person that I have been calling the critical thinkers. Because in our language, that's the only thing I have found that is accurate to kind of describe, but I've always known that it was a bit of an umbrella term, that there's so much more to us than just critical thinking. You can be a critical thinker who questions things and is analytical and sees patterns, but doesn't go super deep. But the people that are my tribe, the real true thinkers that I talk about, we didn't have a definition for that. We do go deeper. Absolutely. So we are a different category of critical thinker, and trying to come up with a name for us has been incredibly difficult. And then I thought to myself, the word empath. Everybody knows what an empath is. Now, 25 years ago, they didn't. Nobody knew 25 years ago what an empath was. And that just kind of evolved in our language from being somebody who is really empathetic, and we just kind of shortened it, oh, they're an empath. And once that happened, these people who were like that could find each other and they didn't feel alone anymore. It was like, oh my God, there's others like me. There's a term for us. And I want that for people who are deep thinkers. So with an empath, that's somebody who feels deeply. And not because they want to or they're trying to, because that's who they are. It's natural to them. Now, there's actually both nature and nurture involved with that. And it's something that I've researched quite extensively in the last number of years. The same thing holds true for these thinkers, this thinker type. They think deeply, more deeply than other people, not because they're trying to, but because it's genuinely who they are. It comes to them innately. And it's both, again, nature and nurture that leads to that, a brain type and behavior, the environment they grow up in, a whole lot of different factors that creates that. But what are we called? I say now that we are called cognipaths. And I'm so happy to have this term. So you can even enlarge it and say it's a neuro cognipath. Now there's some that listen and they will be thinking to themselves, I think I'm both. What if I'm both? What if I'm both an empath and a cognipath? Great. That means that you're an omnipath or a neuro omnipath, as I frame it. And part of the difference with us is that we are procognitive. Now, here's another new term. So, procognitive, okay, naturally, pro for cognitive thinking. We are naturally pro thinking. In our society, thinking is rather discouraged or has been in many different circles. Don't overthink it, just buy it. That's consumerist thinking, right? And we're bombarded with that over and over again, where to have a deep conversation with somebody who's not a cognipath, we're told to just lighten up, not to be so serious. Why do we have to think so much? It's just who we are, and it's not a burden to us. It's innate to us. It's part of who we are. It's almost insulting. We're told not to think, and we think to ourselves, how can you not? How can you not think? How is it that all these thoughts are not swimming in your brain all the time? Is the response from many different people. Right? So then you know who your tribe is and who your tribe is not. So people who are cognopathic, we really want the deep conversations. We want the community. We want what the empaths have in that they have a community, they have a name, they know who they are. And that's changed the way they identify themselves, the way they think about other people. To have that community, we can feel very alien in a world of non-thinkers, right? People who choose not to think, who go away from the thinking when we're running towards it. So now we have a community. This is the reason why I have coined these terms and why I am so passionate about this. I do believe that it's my mission and my life's work to bring people together, to have the name of the community is so important. Why? Because you need to name it to claim it. The number one question that I've gotten from a number of people in my tribe or from my clients is, where are the other people like me? Where are the others like us? That I can have conversations this deep with somebody about existential crisis, about the analysis of what's happening in the world today. Like, where are the others like me? We are out there, but we are the minority, and it's difficult to find us because most of us are introverted. Some of us are a bit neurodiverse. There may be social awkwardness. We're not necessarily going to reach out. We're not going to be in public places for as long as we can control that, right? So it's a matter of finding the community by knowing who you're looking for specifically, forming groups. We're online. We're in our homes hiding. We're out there. We're wanting the community, but how do we get it? This is how we get it. We identify with it. We are neurocognipaths. We are neuro-omnipaths. And we're very happy to be so, to find our community and to join with others because these people, the neuro omnipaths and cognipaths of the world, we are the thinkers. Thinkers of the world unite. We are the ones that can make the biggest change. And I'm hoping through this that we each find our community, that we join together, that we band together and create a better world, making a big difference for everyone, revolutionizing the way we see ourselves, the way we identify ourselves, and perhaps even the way the world sees thinkers. Thank you so much for listening.